What is up, guys? Thanks for joining us on The Sprint on this Tuesday after such a busy day in the weather world yesterday. So I hope everybody, made it through all the craziness that happened. I know we had like the tornado that dropped down in Salem, like all that stuff that took place caused a bit of a disturbance. And a lot of people, I hope you guys took the needed precautions that you needed to take to stay as safe as possible. Again, welcome back. This is Tuesday, y'all. We are trucking through this week. We're getting there. And like I said, last time we had a show, we were talking about the Sour Patch Kids Oreo cookies. I think we did that last week. Y'all, look what I found. The Oreo cookies. So yeah, no, we actually tried them on air earlier today. And let's just say that a lot of us weren't a fan, but I'll let Jazz be the decider. She's going to be the official vote coming up later in the show. You already know right here on The Sprint, we are all about having a good time, a good conversation, that back and forth, and to talk about some of the stories that are happening, not only here on a local level, but some of the stories that will make you scratch your head on a national level. For example, what would you do if this was a situation that you ran into when you walked outside of a business? Yeah, that is a truck plowing through a lot of parked vehicles, guys. We're talking about it. This guy right here can't be all surprised now that you got arrested. We're talking about it coming up later on in the Sprint, all the damage that he caused. And again, just a call to action for people to stop doing stuff like this. Come on now, let's get our lives together. First and foremost, we got to bring it back to yesterday. Obviously, hundreds of people visited the National D-Day Memorial to honor the men and women who died serving our country this Memorial Day. Says the speakers shared their stories of 3 D-Day heroes about their sacrifice.
Today's ceremony was wonderful. It was so encompassing of what we take for granted, but we need to remember every day, and I think they covered it really well today.
Now, the memorial also unveiled a new plaque titled 10 Cans Saved the Day on D-Day, sharing the history of the ships used on the day. The memorial is planning another ceremony next week in honor of the 80th anniversary of D-Day. Now, I know we here at WSLS 10 News are planning to be out there doing some type of coverage in some type of capacity. Again, just paying our respects to the real meaning behind D-Day and the warriors that we had fighting for our country during that time. We got to get some love, man, because, every year 10 News gives out a pair of $2,000 scholarships for people who has been really, really good in the category as far as their academics, community service, and I think there's one more activities. Yeah, academics, activities, and community service. This year we got 2 more deserving members, and this one is coming in right here. Second winner is Brianna Moser. She's from Giles County, community of Narrows, and if it wasn't for Moser, many wouldn't have a warm meal on Christmas night. So this is what happened. Years ago, the senior organized a free Christmas dinner, and then 6 successful years later, they have served over 500 meals.
Other students around other communities to start that up as I took a trip to New York City, and when I was there, there's a lot of homeless people. And you don't really see that around Giles County, but I just knew that there was someone out there that needed a meal on Christmas dinner, and I didn't want them, whether they were homeless or just lonely on Christmas Day, I wanted to be able to change their day in a positive way. And I was just hoping like me doing that could inspire other students around other communities to start that up as well.
And Brianna says that her future lies in healthcare. She's headed to nursing school at Radford as a winner of the 2024 WSLS scholarship. So a major congratulations to her. Always cool to show some love and show just how special individuals are around there who are doing things to make our community a better and brighter place. So shout out to Moser. Love hearing your story, and I can't wait to see what your success pans out to be at the end of your college journey. Speaking of success, man, we got to get to this real quick, okay? This is in the Olympics category. American shooter Mary Tucker, Olympic bound again, says Tucker won silver in Tokyo in the mixed team air rifle alongside Lucas Kaczynski. She picked up a sport at age 16, but later quit and actually YouTube videos to teach herself precision shooting. Known as the rebel child of shooting, Mary found motivation from those who doubted her.
Anything anyone told me that I shouldn't do or you can't do that, I was just like, well, I'm going to do it because you told me I can't. So that's kind of what got me into shooting. You know, I was horrible at it. People were like, you should probably do something else. I was like, no, because you told me to do something else, so I'm going to do this.
So she went on to win the NCAA championship at both the University of Kentucky and West Virginia, and now at age 22 has qualified for her second games, winning women's air rifle and women's small bore rifle and 3 positions at the U.S. Olympic trials. So again, always cool to see people overcome whatever anytime somebody doubts me. I mean, this is kind of like what I do as well. Anytime somebody doubts me, it motivates me to be even better. And it challenges me to just prove people wrong, even if I'm just doing it for the sake of proving people wrong. You know, I am the type of person that once I get going and once you look at me a certain way, guess what? I'm about to show out. And that's kind of how I've been throughout my entire career here in the news industry. It's just that there's so many people, especially my first news job was not a fun experience whatsoever, but a lot of people would come in and they just, said what I could and could not do or gave me so many different obstacles. And when I tell you, man, like I said, I went hard in the paint when I first started off, and my first station, I was definitely a testimony that went through so many different trials and hoops and how I learned from other people, and then I ended up being a reporter and then an anchor, and here I am with you guys in Roanoke, Virginia, having a good time. Let's get in with meteorologist Chris Michaels. Of course, again, he's been really busy with the crazy, chaotic weather that we've been dealing with. Now he's coming in with our Tuesday forecast, which looks a whole lot better.
Hey there, guys. Happy Tuesday. Today looking breezy and warm at times. High temperatures about 80 to 85 for most of the area. Just a few stray showers out there this afternoon and tomorrow afternoon, but overall, the air feeling a lot less muggy. That's the way it's going to stay through at least Saturday.
There we go. Got my mics up. All right. Thank you so much, Chris. Of course, coming up after the break, don't go anywhere because we're not done yet. We got so much more coming your way, including the National Burger Day. Want to know where y'all eating at today. And also, we got this chaotic scene that we got to break down and make some sense of it. That's coming up later on in the sprint. Do not go anywhere. Stay tuned. WSLS.com. Welcome back to the Sprint, guys. It is National Burger Day. Check it out, man. Fire up those grills or head out to a drive-thru of your favorite restaurant so you can get some activity going on. The day doubles as International Hamburger Day and wraps up a National Burger Month. It also ushers in the summer grilling season. It says that it's pretty clear how to mark the day. Of course, all you got to do is post your burgers and hashtag National Hamburger Day. Some fun facts: Americans eat tens of billions of burgers a year per person, and that comes out to about 4 a week on average. And worldwide, hamburgers make up about 60% of these sandwiches sold. So that's one of those things where I'm just like, I got some trust issues a little bit because there is no way in the world a person is eating that many burgers. Like, I'm sorry. That just makes me sick just thinking about it. But I do like a good burger, so if you guys got any burger recommendations, please send them our way because I would love to go try it out. I think we were going to try out Bubba's Burgers this afternoon for the holidays. So we're going to test it out, see what's going on. And again, if you guys are out and about celebrating, do so the right way. Send us your pennant pictures, send it to our website, and do hashtag National Burger Day. Let's get into this crazy story, man. We got to make some sense of this, okay? Check it out. Okay, man is in custody after he rammed his vehicle into several other vehicles, sending people running for their lives, and it was all caught on camera. It happened Wednesday night outside of a restaurant in Shelby Township in Michigan. Here is the story right now.
A wild Wednesday witnesses won't forget. A man drives recklessly, without regard for human life nor property, plowing into vehicles outside Johnny Black's Tap House in Shelby Township as people rush to avoid getting run over.
He was not a patron. He came from another business, got in his car, and another business in the plaza, got in his car, and all of a sudden, all chaos broke loose.
Edward Firestein, operations manager at Johnny Black's, says he was inside that night. Just prior to the recording, Firestein says the man was spotted crashing into a few cars intentionally on the other side of the building, some of his employees' vehicles. and then the driver made his way around the parking lot. By then, the restaurant crew had called 911.
Prior to that, your understanding is that he was yelling or saying things that maybe didn't really make sense?
He was yelling some obscure things that were just shouting random things at people out here that were leaving.
We were able to point him out. He located the gentleman. The officer is built like a linebacker and was able to apprehend him and take him into custody without any further incident.
Shelby Township Police Sergeant Kevin Bailey says Smajlaj damaged a total of 9 vehicles. That's 9 counts of malicious destruction of property he's been charged with, along with 1 count of felonious assault with a deadly weapon. That weapon, his truck, and 1 count of reckless driving. The sergeant tells me more charges could come based on the toxicology report.
Still trying to figure out if drugs or alcohol played any part in how his mental state was at that time. Not sure where he was coming from or the reason why he was there.
That's part of the investigation. But the most important factor in all of this,
There were no injuries. Safety is the most important thing.
Cars can be replaced, people can't. We're happy that our officers were there quick enough and were able to apprehend him before he was able to do any other damage or injure anyone.
Talk about a crazy situation, man. Like, that's one of those cases where you just don't even have words. And again, like they said, you don't even know what this dude's state of mind was, but to do something like that, it's like, dude, you're asking for it. You are really, really asking for it. Let's get Jazzy Jazz in on this real quick to make some sense of the situation. Jazz, can you hear me?
Yeah.
Girl, what was he thinking?
Yeah, that's the same thing that was going through my head. Like, I can't wrap my head around what he may have been thinking in this moment. I'm glad they were able to apprehend him, but it's just really unfortunate for everyone's cars that were damaged in that incident.
Right.
I can imagine just walking outside and seeing your car just damaged horribly. And car repairs are expensive, so this hurt my heart to see. And I just really want to know what was the reason behind it, you know? And I don't think anything justifies it, but I'm just trying to figure out, like, what was going through this man's head?
Right. Dude, no, it's crazy. Jazz, what I'm going to do, and don't freak out when I do this, I'm going to hang up on Skype and then you call right back in. But yeah, no, it is a crazy situation. It's one of those things where I am glad somebody, like, people weren't hurt in the matter, because again, that could have resulted in something that was just could have been horrific. And I hope he changes his life around.
Yeah, I completely agree with you. I'm really glad that no one was hurt, because it seemed like he had a lot of malintent. I'm glad no one was hurt, and I'm glad that they were able to apprehend him within a reasonable time and just he needs to get his life together. So I'm glad they were able to just take him down and prevent anything worse from happening.
Oh, yeah. All right, so Jazz, check it out. We got him. We got the lovely little cookies, and I tried them, and we all tried them. You got to try them now, all right? So, we about to go try them. We're about to go give it to Jazz real quick. Hold on.
Oh, Lord.
Woo, Jazz, look at Here we go. Go ahead.
Okay.
All right, wait. Let me get back to my little spot. Okay. All right, I am back. I've just made it. All right, Jazz, you ready? First and foremost, for people, before people know exactly what's going on, these are the Sour Patch Oreo cookies that we were talking about last week, where I honestly thought it was going to be like a chocolate kind of mixture. I didn't think they were going to do the vanilla cookie. But some people, they were on board with it. But a lot of people like myself weren't. And this cookie it actually has like the Sour Patch sprinkled in the cookie and the cream filling. So, Jazz, I am so excited to see what you think. So go ahead. Bon appetit, baby.
All right, let's do it.
So, hold on. We had 7 no's earlier and 3 yeses. You are going to be the decider. Look, cuz get it all on a palette and stuff. I see you, girl. All right. What's your ultimate thoughts?
It's a no.
So knows one. Yeah. No, I mean, so but you can taste it throughout the entire cookie. And I think the biggest thing is the aftertaste to me. Like, it was just like pungent.
When you were asking me how it was, like literally as I was chewing it, the aftertaste hit.
Yeah.
I can see the appeal if someone like really, really likes Sour Patch Kids.
Yeah.
But for me, I'm just good with the regular. That's it. I don't need anything extra. I don't need to have Sour Patch Bits.
Look.
It's not as bad, to be fair. It isn't as bad as I thought it was going to be.
Yeah. No, and you know something else? I was thinking about this. Okay, so I don't like that sour hint that it had, and it gives you an awful taste in your mouth afterwards. So this is just my opinion, but I do see how this can be very popular with kids. Like, a lot of little kids probably will eat this stuff up.
Yeah, I can see how it could be good to somebody that really likes Sour Patch Kids. Like, I can definitely see the appeal, but I just don't think it's for me personally. I think you can't go wrong with the OG, just regular chocolate Oreo cookie. Like,
Amen.
I don't need anything extra. But if there's someone who likes to like experiment and try new things, I definitely can see how it would be good, but it's not for me.
Yeah.
Kind of smack me in the face a little bit there.
And look, and it smells too. Like, if you open the pack, it is very, very strong. So, Jazz, you said no, but if you could rate it on a scale from 1 to 10, what would you give it?
Probably a 6.
A 6?
Yeah,
that's way higher than what I was gonna do.
It wasn't as bad as I thought it was gonna be, so I'll give it that. But it's just no.
Yeah. All right. Well, Jazz, thanks so much, girlie. Bye. Yeah, no, Jazz gave it a lot higher than what I was gonna give it. I would give it maybe, I would say a 4. I am, like I said, it's just something about that aftertaste that just really threw off everything. Like, everybody this morning, we all had the same reaction, like, oh, it's not bad. Whoa, there it goes. It's coming. It's coming a lot stronger. So, yeah. Either way, you guys go out there and taste them. They're only around for a limited amount of time. So let us know what your thoughts are if you give it a shot. If you did give it a shot, you liked it or not, please educate us. Either way, thanks so much for joining us on today's edition of The Sprint. We're going to be back here again tomorrow afternoon and tomorrow evening with more fun of the day, more happiness of the day, and more of that break that you need from that heavy news cycle. Again, I'll see you guys then at WSLS.com on The Sprint.